Hi everyone, Animal Girl here, back with another edition of Book Talk. And this video is on a book I finished reading last night, and that is Star Wars Ahsoka. Ahsoka Tano, once loyal Jedi apprentice to Anakin Skywalker, planned to spend her life serving the Jedi Order. But after a heartbreaking betrayal, she turned her back on the Order to forge her own path, knowing Anakin and the other Jedi would still be there for her should she ever need them. Then the Emperor took over the galaxy, and the other Jedi were ruthlessly murdered. Burdened with grief and guilt, Ahsoka is now truly on her own, unsure she can be part of something larger ever again. She takes refuge on the remote farming room, Rada, where she befriends a young woman named Kaden and begins to carve out a life for herself. But Ahsoka cannot escape her past or the reaches of the Empire. When Imperial forces occupy Rada, she must decide whether to become involved, even if it means exposing her Jedi past. Her choice will have devastating effects on those around her and lead her to a new hope for the galaxy. Okay, now before I get into the highlights of this book, I would just like to say one thing, and that is if I mispronounced the name of the planet or her friend, I completely apologize. I have stated this numerous times before. Star Wars names are, unless you hear them in the movies and the TV shows, are very, very hard to pronounce. Okay, so this book was written by E.K. Johnston and was actually released almost a year ago. It is 30 chapters, not including little look-backs into what's going on, what was going on previous, and then what happened after Ahsoka's little adventure on the farming moon. It tells Ahsoka's story after Revenge of the Sith and before Star Wars Rebels. It explains where she got her white lightsabers, how she got involved in the rebellion, and how she got the codename Fulcrum. And for any of you who have not seen Rebels yet, I apologize if I gave away any spoilers. We also get some backstory on her from before the Clone Wars. We find out how Master Plo Koon found her on Shilly, and we also get a little glimpse into the beginning of her training. We also learn that despite the fact that she comes from a blood and bonded group or race of people, when she goes to the Jedi Temple, she had trouble trusting despite all that, and the book explains that. I don't want to really give away too many spoilers in case you haven't seen the book yet. She also makes a new friend in a fellow Taruga, a male Taruga, who is slightly older than her. They don't really say how much older, but they do state that he is older than her. His name is Zelda, I believe is how you say his name. Again, if I'm mispronouncing any of the names, I apologize. Some of Star Wars names are very hard to pronounce, as I have stated before. There's also apologize, that was my speaker for my tablet. I forgot to turn it off. There's also a small one-sided love connection within this story. It does involve Ahsoka, but I don't want to give away any spoilers by saying who it is, whether it's her or someone else, for her or whatnot, in case you haven't read the book yet. All in all, I really enjoyed this book. It took me a while to get through it, not because it was a bad book. It was actually a very good book. I just had other things going on, and sometimes time just got away from me, and I just wasn't able to sit down and read it. A very good book. Ahsoka is one of my favorite characters, so I was very, very curious after I saw her come back in Rebels as to what happened to her after she left in Clone Wars. So this book clears some of that up very nicely. Only spans about a year, I would say. Kind of takes place a year after Revenge of the Sith, because it does open with, well, after they get past the Battle of Mandalore, which Rex mentions in the second season of Clone Wars. It opens up with the first anniversary of the Empire, so it's a year after Revenge of the Sith. But it does tell you a lot about what happened to her after that. And I wasn't expecting any pre-Clone Wars backstory in here at all. I was just expecting it all to be Rebels backstory on her. Like post-Clone Wars, pre-Rebel backstory on her. And they did give us a little pre-Clone War backstory. So I was very good. I was not expecting that. Anakin's mentioned in this book, both as Anakin and as Vader. Obi-Wan is mentioned. Bail Organa comes into the book. We do not meet the Ghost Crew at all, unfortunately. If any of you were getting excited about that, they are not mentioned in this book at all. Well, obviously, you know, we could not mention Ezra and Sabine in the story, as Ezra would be 1, and Sabine would be about 2-ish. But, you know, there's no mention of Zeb or Hera or Kanan in this story at all. This is all focused on Ahsoka. Rex is mentioned briefly. Actually not briefly, he's mentioned a couple of times, but the focus is the majority on Ahsoka, as this is her story, and very well, guys, and very well written. I absolutely loved it. Anytime it's about one of my favorite Star Wars characters, the Star Wars books get a bunch of bonus points. So just like with Kenobi, this one got a whole bunch of bonus points, as it was on Ahsoka, who is one of my favorite characters. Okay, and I'm going to move on because I don't want to be jabber-jawing too much. Check out my related videos, and these are all my related Star Wars videos. So every single one of these is Star Wars. My book talk on Star Wars Legends Kenobi, my movie talk special edition on Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, movie talk on Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, movie talk on Star Wars The Clone Wars, movie talk on Star Wars The Clone Wars. I am not listing episodes on that one, as there are 16 as of the posting of this video that I've gone through, and that's just too many to list. Top 10 favorite Jedi, top 5 favorite Star Wars couples, top 20 favorite Star Wars characters, top 10 favorite Star Wars women, top 10 favorite clones, top 5 favorite Star Wars fathers and father figures, which is a top favorite special edition Father's Day video. New Ink, created by Radical Cat, and Still Our Ezra, created by Queen of Fluff. Those last two are comic dub videos, hence why I have the creators' names in there. Also, coming up for my next book talk videos, we have Zodiac, which will be my next and first Zodiac book talk video. I know I've been promising you that for a while. It's just taking me a while to get through it. Nicholas St. North in the Battle of the Nightmare King, which will be my next and first Guardians of Childhood book talk video. Again, I know I've been promising you that one. It's just, like Zodiac, it's taking me a while to get through it. Pegasus Book 3, The New Olympians, which will be my next Pegasus book talk video. I'm like 2 chapters into that one, so I know it's been a while since I posted the book talk video on the second one. It's just, it takes a while for me to, it's just, I haven't had a chance to really read it, so it's just taking a while. Magic Burns, which will be my next Kate Daniel book talk video. About quarter of the way through that one, so it will take a little bit to get through that one. The Last Ever After, which would be my next The School for Good and Evil book talk video. I am 2/3 of the way through that one, so that one should be coming up relatively soon, hopefully. And Star Wars A New Dawn, which will be my next Star Wars book talk video. I plan to start reading that book tonight, depending on how many chapters and how crazy my work schedule is and whatnot. Depends on when I'll get to talk about that one. That was actually out of that one, Kenobi and Ahsoka. That was the first one I got. It's just, it takes place after Kenobi and Ahsoka, so that's why I'm putting it off till then. Okay, a little reminder on my comment rules. First off, no mean comments, please. Words can hurt, so I don't want to have any mean comments in my comment section at all. Second, no bad or curse words in the comment section, please. I go out of my way not to say them in my videos. I would appreciate it if you did not say them in your comments. You never know who could be watching, and I don't want little kids to be reading them. Number 3, I am not opposed to debates, but keep it civil. I know everyone's going to have an opinion on these videos, and I don't mind if you debate about them in the comment section. Just, you know, I don't want it escalating into arguments where you may break one of the other rules that I have. And number 4, and the most important one of all, be respectful to me and to each other, okay? My golden rule for the comment section is, if you can't say something nice, don't post it. Okay, feel free to check out my other book talk videos. And my other videos. And as always, thank you for watching and have a very nice day.